This is an extremely general guide to consciously improving in fighting games. This could probably be extended to other competitive games and other things, but this is going to be for fighting games. The first thing you have to have is a good mentality and attitude. You must be motivated to learn and open-minded. This can come in different forms. There's not one mentality fits all. Just keep in mind, you're going to have to work hard. For some reason, when it comes to being good at fighting games, in quotation marks, I see a lot of talk about talent. Ignore the concept of talent. We're not talking about the speed of being able to learn, but rather being able to create an improvement cycle that will definitely work, and it'll be completely possible for anyone who can think. That's the prerequisite. You have to be able to think. Here's the improvement cycle. Learn/organize, evaluate, and practice. Note, most important note, this is not a linear cycle. All of these are vital. They're all happening all the time. Sometimes you will be engaged in one part of the cycle, and then that'll lead to another one. Learning involves information, gaining information. Fighting games have a lot of information that is not readily apparent, so sometimes you're going to have to work for it. The important thing is to learn more and more about the game you are playing. This includes the character you are using, as well as other characters you will fight. Learning can be difficult because there's an immense amount of important information in each fighting game that is not easily obtainable. Thankfully, there are many resources, such as training mode, forums online, videos, other people, but learning will be a constant and difficult process. When it comes to competing in tournaments, learning can extend to learning more information about other players. The bottom line here is, the more you learn, the more equipped you will be to make decisions when playing the fighting game. Learn about the game, and there's plenty of information that you can be gaining that will be useful. Organize. Organizing is important and a little bit overlooked because of the sheer amount of information that is necessary to playing a fighting game. I recommend taking notes if the amount of information you want to be able to use while playing becomes overwhelming. Remember that information is most effective if you can easily recall them, which is why organizing your notes is important, as you don't want to be overwhelmed by your notes either. Having a bunch of information that you can't quickly recall or use is not going to be as useful as having information that you can quickly focus on. The bottom line, organizing allows you to make decisions more easily and more quickly. Do not get overwhelmed. Evaluation. Evaluation is a skill that many people may mistake for talent. It's not a talent, it is a skill. Evaluation involves using information that you got from learning with logical reasoning, you have to think, to create more useful information. And of course, information helps you make decisions while playing the game. There's a lot of information to learn, but perhaps some of it isn't as useful. You have to evaluate that for yourself. If you are unsure about something, make a note of it and come back. Even if you are sure about something, don't be afraid to come back and change your mind if you learn more stuff and that stuff convinces you to change your mind. Bottom line, evaluating your information helps make better decisions while playing the game. You get more useful information that may be more focused to helping you play. Use logic. Keep learning, keep organizing, keep your mind clear. Practice. Practicing is probably the most important part of the cycle. If you are not consciously trying to engage in this improvement cycle, you could probably still improve, sometimes unconsciously, just by playing a lot. But that doesn't cover 100% of what practice can do.
Practice involves taking information and turning it into your gameplay.
You need to practice many things in fighting games, such as making your thoughts become physical hand motions that control your character to do what you want in the game. And you can practice this in training mode or real matches. There's going to be situations that you do not want to make mistakes with your hands that you did not make a mistake with your brain. Sometimes you make a mistake with your brain, and that translates to your hands. All you got to do from that is evaluate it, learn from it, and make a different decision next time. Practice also involves decision-making versus a human opponent. Once you have information about the game and maybe about the person you are fighting, you can make decisions based on your evaluation of that information. That turns into your gameplay. As you practice, you will fail and succeed. You will learn more. Evaluate that. Turn that into better gameplay. Bottom line, Practicing lets you experiment and directly learn and evaluate. It gives you experience.
Your hands are as important as your thoughts, but don't forget to think.
In conclusion, keep organizing, learning, and evaluating. Do not be afraid to admit you make mistakes. Try to correct them. Have goals. Keep yourself motivated. Evaluate your goals, evaluate yourself. Maybe you can change your goals as you learn more. Talent is not necessary. Logic is, practice is, and motivation will help. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learn from this. I don't know. Do what you want.